Inspector here, coming to you with an update to the changes to the UCMJ 2019. And we knew this was coming, so I think we'll just jump right into the article. Uniform Code of Military Justice changes. This comes by way of the Secretary of the Air Force Public Affairs, published yesterday, January 2nd, 2019. Effective January 1st, 2019, the Military Justice Act of 2016 will instate the most reform to the Uniform Code of Military Justice and Manual for Courts Martial in decades, modernizing dated aspects of the military justice system while also providing transparency. The Military Justice Act represents the most significant change to the military justice system since the Military Justice Act of 1983. Over the past year, the Air Force JAG Corps has engaged in a robust training effort to educate every total force judge, advocate, and paralegal on the changes contained in the Act, said Lieutenant General Jeff Rockwell, Air Force Judge Advocate General. In addition to training our Corps, our military justice experts are building tools and updating publications. Installation commanders, convening authorities, chief master sergeants, and first sergeants will continue to receive military justice training and formal courses and from their local installation legal offices. Our focus is to ensure a smooth and seamless transition for all airmen. Goes on to state, the act is a result of the U.S. Army General Martin Dempsey, former 18th Chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, who proposed a systemic review of the UCMJ and MCM to the Secretary of Defense in 2013, advocating that changes needed to be implemented to ensure military laws and regulations reflect today's environment. Among its major reforms, the Act will establish fixed numbers of members for courts martial, expand judge-alone sentencing, expand the opportunity for convicted service members to appeal their convictions, and require most court-martial documents be made publicly accessible under a system similar to those used in civilian criminal justice systems. I presume that to mean something similar to like pacer.gov potentially. Additionally, the Act adds some new offenses such as retaliation against a person for reporting or planning to report a crime, fraudulent use of credit cards and debit cards, and sexual activity between military members in a position of trust and specially protected junior members. While these offenses were prohibited in the past, they are now specifically enumerated crimes under the UCMJ. The UCMJ is Chapter 47, Title 10, U.S. Code, and can only be changed by legislation, while the MCM is issued by the President as an executive order. The act was enacted by Congress and signed by former President Obama in 2016. Again, you can see this comes by way of that address at the bottom there from Nellis Air Force .military. Now, as part of that, there is a good little graphic here, and we'll quick walk through that, starting top dead center here. Starts off with retaliation against a person for reporting or planning to report a crime is now a crime. There is automatic review by the Service Court of Criminal Appeals of all courts martial, including a sentence of death, punitive discharge, or confinement of 2 years or more. A military judge has pre-referral authority to issue a pre-referral investigative subpoena, issue a pre-referral warrant or order for electronic communications, enforce certain victims' rights, or conduct a hearing as directed by a Service Court of Criminal Appeals. The government may ask the Judge Advocate General to approve appeal of an illegal or plainly unreasonable sentence. Fraudulent use of credit cards, debit cards, and other access devices is prohibited. Sexual activity between a person and a position of trust, whether it be an officer, non-commissioned officer, recruiter, or instructor, and a specially protected junior member, recruit, or trainee, is a crime. If the accused is convicted by a panel, the accused may elect to be sentenced by either the same panel or elect to be sentenced by a military judge alone. The accused may file an appeal for Service Court of Criminal Appeals review in a court-martial result that includes a sentence of confinement of more than 6 months and is not subject to automatic review. Moving up, the trial proceeding now generally ends with entry of judgment by the military judge. Previously, the approval of the sentence by the convening authority generally ended the trial proceeding. And a fixed-size panel of 8 members for a non-capital general court-martial and 4 members for a special court-martial was established, and convictions require a 3/4 vote in all non-capital cases. And last but not least, several punitive articles in the UCMJ have been renumbered to group related offenses together. And so that effectively highlights what came out of this UCMJ changes for January 1st, 2019. Now, in conjunction to that, we know that as of December 21st, 2017, there was an executive order blocking the property of persons involved in serious human rights abuses or corruption. We knew that the effective date was also coincidentally going to be January 1st, 2019. So we know that this is going on. And in case you missed it, we also saw yesterday an article out of the Epoch Times. Trump proclaims January as month committed to abolition of human trafficking and prevention of slavery, all that good stuff, 2019. You can see the proclamation there on the right that was issued December 31st, and you can follow the link at the top there under whitehouse.gov, presidential actions, to find that. I just grabbed a few paragraphs out of that. But out of the article, just a quick quip out of that says, such crimes are often described as an everyday problem hidden in plain sight. Data from a landmark Global Slavery Index reported in July last year found that 1 in 800 people in the U.S. lives in modern slavery. The phrase is a broad term used to describe victims of forced labor, sexual exploitation, or servitude, and forced marriages, among other abuses. Now, we also just had the sealed indictments updated as of end of December here, of which right now we were sitting about 113 shy of about 71,000 sealed indictments. You can also see on the right side the map update for December 18, California, Colorado, New Mexico, parts of Texas, and that's still in red. I think at one point here in a recent report I said that California was representing about 17% of the total indictments and that still is true today. I think it's right at about 16.9. And as of the time of this publication, resignations are currently sitting at about 6,200 and change, just under 6,100 people total, over 4,600 organizations in 145 countries. So, that being said, things are moving, folks. You know, the wheels of justice may move slowly, but they will grind exceedingly fine. And so I think the thing we have to remember is in this day and age of the instant gratification, or what I call the Amazon effect, we need to be patient. Let's let justice take its course here and just manage our expectations around us. So thank you for joining me in this quick update to some of the changes to the UCMJ 2019, and look forward to hearing you back soon. Breaking Spectre, signing off.